I do it, see when the metal goes in, it goes out that way. If I do it this way, it's going to come up and it's going to hold the water.
Okay. So how many holes you're going to do it?
Well, so what I'm doing is adding holes across the bottom, drilling from the inside out to allow the water to drain. These are going to be above ground flower beds or planters, whichever you prefer to call them. And the reason I'm drilling from inside out is as the drill bit goes through, it's going to force the metal the direction it's going. So if I drill inside out, the metal will face downward and it will allow the water to drip out. If you do it inside to the inside, the water is going to stay in there and stay stagnant. We want it to drain properly, so we're drilling inside out so the water will come out, putting a total of 12 holes. Now these are CountyLine troughs or the above ground beds. Really nice galvanized steel. We do highly recommend these.
This is, ito ay maliit siya. Medyo maliit. Ito ay
we're not going to be able to lift it off the ground though.
Yeah. So what is the size of this?
It's 6 foot long, 2 foot deep, and 2 foot wide.
And the other one?
4 foot long, 2 foot deep, 2 foot wide. So you're going to have to, it won't be able to sit up off the ground though, because the weight from the dirt will rip the bottom out. So it'll have to sit on the ground.
So no need to put anything on the top?
No, because if you put underneath it and lift it up off the ground, the weight is going to rip the whole bottom out.
Oh yeah.
So it'll have to sit on the ground.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, before we planning to put some, no, I mean on the bottom, the, what do you call, like
blocks.
Yeah, but we decided to put directly to the ground kasi mabigat siya yung dirt pag punuon na namin ng mga dirt. Meron siyang ano dito, there is a something here that you can use for water, but because it's a garden bed, we need a hole on the bottom to drain the water.
See how it does these?
Yeah.
That's why you want those down.
So that.
See, they're sharp, and they'll also hold water in.
Okay.
That one's ready.
So this is ready.
So we'll fill it up to about here with just whatever you want to put down on the bottom so you can plant, and then you put dirt on the top so it'll grow. So what we started doing here is just grabbing any kind of compost that we had in the yard, old leaves, old branches, anything we knew that we weren't going to use, to start filling the bottom of the garden bed. For a couple reasons, we knew, number one, over time this stuff will just kind of go bad and become compost, turn itself into soil, and fill it up and not have to use as much dirt. So what it will happen is we'll fill it all the way up, as you see here, putting bricks on it after we get it full to a bit, and the weight of the bricks will smash it down some, with the goal being that after we get it compressed and where we want it, we'll just install probably 2 to 3 inches of dirt on the very top. So for what we're planting, the soil doesn't need to be that deep. And then it will go down in here, and if you look at it, it should start becoming, over time, it'll all turn into dirt. So see here on the top of this, when we've poured, after we smashed it down, poured approximately 3 to 4 inches of dirt on the top soil so that what we're planting will grow. And then as it accumulates moisture inside, the moisture will make what's underneath, the old leaves, the old branches, they'll start to deteriorate, decompose, and become even more soil. So it works twofold doing it this way. So you're saving time, you're not having to buy as much dirt, and you're getting rid of old branches, old leaves, anything that you don't want anymore, and then just kind of turning it into soil. As you see here, we added bricks again. So what we're doing here is compressing the soil on top. So we compressed it once on the stuff underneath the soil. Then we compressed it again for a day or two with heavy bricks. And then if we need to, we can add a little bit more soil. Just found it to be more economically sound than filling this completely up with soil, because we had a lot of stuff we could use. You see, here's the smaller one, because we do have the 6-foot one and we have the 4-foot one, and we're using the Miracle Grow garden soil here. So only a few bags on each one. So the stuff underneath will eventually deteriorate. So when we plant stuff, this is 2 foot high. We're having a lot of issues with rabbits, and rabbits like to eat vegetables. So with this up off the ground, it's keeping the rabbits out of the new flower bed. They won't be able to get into it. We do have some other ones that we put netting around, but it becomes expensive to keep buying netting and wrapping around it to keep them out. The squirrels don't seem to mess with the vegetables too much. See the second one here, we're putting the bricks down on it now to compress it a little bit. Like, we do this for about a day, sometimes a little bit longer, and it will compress it. Last time it went down about 2 inches. We were able to add about another inch of soil. Here it's been a couple weeks, and we've planted these, and it's been about 2 weeks, and already everything's starting to come out. See, the vegetables are coming out on both of them. They're nice and healthy. They're growing really well, and we haven't had any trouble with any kind of rodents or animals or rabbits or anything getting into them. The whole idea of putting this up in the air was to do that. Now, these are galvanized steel, and they are against the ground, so they will accumulate moisture underneath. The water should run out. You see they're slightly lifted. They're on an elevated pad there. So that should keep them from deteriorating and starting to rust. These should probably last maybe 5 to 7 years before you have to replace them, or maybe even longer, depending upon, like we had that one on a pad there, so it might last even longer. And the vegetables are growing really well in it. We saved a lot of money by putting old compost, old branches, old grass clippings down in the bottom, and they will eventually become mulch to help it grow. Definitely want to give this a thumbs up, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and thanks for watching, and be ready for our next exciting video.